One of the most asked questions of me is how was I able to manage my full time job and manage my coaching business at the same time? And to be honest, it was a lot at first, but I put things in place so that I would not be burnt out and, started to hate work in my business. So let's get into it and let me share with you the things that I put in place in my coaching business so that I can have success and eventually leave my full time job so that I can run my coaching business full time. The first thing I want to talk about is that entrepreneur burnout is real. A lot of times we fall into the entrepreneur trap that we have to be doing multiple things, like the philosophy that we can multitask. And honestly, we suck at multitasking. We don't do our best work when we are multitasking. But I know social media can create this persona that we can do it all. And that's very untrue, which leads to early burnout when we're starting our business. We also set unrealistic expectations for what we can actually do or the income goals that we think we can make. Again, social media shows these proof that you can make $30,000 in 30 days, 10K in 1 week. And I'm not saying that they're not real, but sometimes when you're first starting out, that might not be realistic because you don't have the systems in place to make these things happen. The last thing is that we don't take care of ourselves. We believe in the hustle mentality, and the hustle mentality is for everyone. A lot of us need our 8 to 9 hours of sleep. That would be me. And when you don't put things in place, you don't rest so that you're not your best self because you haven't put self care as one of the top priorities while you're running a business, while working a full time job. The impact of burnout is real. Job dissatisfaction. You're not happy with coaching because you're just tired or you're burnt out. You just don't want to do it again. You also might see absenteeism. You might not show up for a coaching call. You might forget, like I did. I used to forget my calls all the time because I was just so overworked and overwhelmed. So, the third thing can be inefficient decision making. When you're tired and burned out, you don't make the best decisions. You make decisions in a rush or you make decisions based on what you think you should be doing at that time, but might not be the best thing for your business. And then the fourth thing is if health issues, you fall into depression, you fall into certain body aches, headaches, because you are comparing yourself to someone who is been doing this for a while, or you just think you should be further along, or you're just trying to mesh all of it together and it's just not working. That's just not how you work. And so you're going to feel this depression or you're going to feel this burnt out when you just need the right systems to be put in place. So let me ask you this. Are you burnt out? Or are you just tired versus burnt out? Are you feeling tired and it's just temporarily? Sometimes you get this burst of energy, or maybe you got the rest that you needed and now you are ready to go. Or is this condition, are you emotionally, physically, and mentally exhausted? That's real. That is burnout. If that's the case, I'm going to tell you to seek medical attention. I sought out a therapist to help me set up strategies and systems that I'm going to share with you right now that help me manage both, which again helped me eventually leave my full time job so that I can run my coaching business full time. And then, if you are burnt out, you definitely need to prioritize self care. Take time to pause, reflect, and engage in activities that energize you. A lot of times, when we take this time to reflect and pause, we get our best ideas. We know what we need to do to implement to move our business forward. So, how do you run a coaching business while working a full time job? The first thing you want to do is you want to choose your clients wisely. You want to be selective with your clientele. You want to be selective and focus on working with individuals who align with your personality, your core skills, and values. If you're working with someone that is offering a product or service that you don't really agree with, that clearly is not a clientele that is aligned with your values and your goals. So you want to be more selective. You also want to find clients that match your energy. When you have someone who requires a little bit more hand holding, or they are just someone who is a micromanager, if that's not the way that you work best, then that person is not compatible to you as a coach. And you want to offer them additional resources or move them or recommend them to someone who does match that type of energy. And then the third thing is that you want to look at client acquisition. How are you promoting your services? How are you getting that out there so that you can start enrolling people into your coaching practice? That is going to be a way that you can save some of your energy, that you can start to automate things to bring in clients, to attract clients so that you're not always on the phone, you're not trying to send DMs, you're not trying to be pushy. All of these things help you attract and get clients in a burnt out free way. And then are you aligning your prices with your offers? Value align your services. Are your coaching service truly in line with what you want to do? Or are you following something that your coach told you to do? You want to create offers that align with what you want to do, what you offer, what you teach, what you have a passion for. You also want to look at in the impact of your pricing. Are you undercharging? Because if you're undercharging, you're going to feel a sense of resentment for the work that you're doing because you're giving more than this what this person is paying. I always recommend to tell people do not lower your price and give people the same amount of service. If you lower your price, then you lower that price based off that service, not give them the whole bundle at a discounted price because you will feel this resentment later on. Right fit offers. Are you promoting your coaching service and packages and courses? All the time, you don't have to give one-on-one services because that's what's really going to burn you out. Do you have a balance of offers? Do you have a low dollar offer, mid-tier offer, or high-end offer? All of these things relate to reducing the amount of burnout and being able to balance it all. And then do you have a balanced workload? Okay, are you trying to give more services than you actually can? There's only 24 hours in the day. Are you working around your services? Are you working around the hours that you work the best? Do you have time set aside for you spending time with your family? Do you have time set aside for you to relax and relate? All of these things relate to your pricing and your offers. And you want to offer things that you actually can do. If it's too much, then you might need to take that off your plate. Now, streamlining your business. Do you have effective systems that work behind the scenes? Are you streamlining your systems? It's the key to managing your coaching business. And are you setting up automations and delegating? Do you have help? Can you afford someone to help you with certain tasks in your business? If you cannot, then I always tell people to delete those things and try to find software to make your business run smoothly and easier for you. And do you have scalable offers? We talked about that just a few minutes ago. Do you have offers that reach people at different price points in their life? And this is going to help you know that if you have a high tier offer, some people who pay a lot for a product or a service, they expect a whole lot from you. And that might not be something that you can do at this time working full time. So you might want to have different offers for different things. Group coaching, that's a great way to teach one to many. You can also have digital products, people who can learn on their own. That's a DIY. And then you can also have things that you can do it with them. You teach them how to do it, and then they work and do that on their own. So you might want to have scalable offers in your coaching business to help be able to balance working full time while you're building this business out as well. And then one of the things that is number one is to set up and uphold your boundaries. You must understand why and boundaries are important to you. Clear personal and professional boundaries are essential to preventing burnout and maintaining a work-life balance as an entrepreneur coach. You got to know what your boundaries are. I communicate my boundaries, which is the second thing, to explain what my availability is, how fast I respond to people, and other expectations that actually set the tone for how I work with my clients. So I have to set boundaries for myself to know when it's time to quit. And I also have to set boundaries for clients that I'm working with to understand that I can't turn around something in one day, right? Or I can't always respond to you at the middle of the night. So set those type of boundaries, what your clients can expect from you and what you can expect for yourself. So I want to leave you with this quote. Success is about working smarter and preserving your passion. Balance your time and let your passion lead the way. When we understand that balancing our life will help us be better coaches, this is when we're going to see success in our business. So that's how I was able to run my coaching business and work my full-time job at the same time. I hope these tips helped you. Have an awesome and blessed day, and I'll be talking to you later. Peace out.